You can see we've got several different spooks laid out here. When I'm throwing, top water walking baits, it's pretty much spooks all the time, but I keep 3 things in mind, and it's pretty simple: sight, sound, and size. We'll talk about the sight part of it. I guess that would be more color. Today we had some sun. I'm gonna stick more with the chrome when we've got some high sun out. Another thing on the sight, as it gets cloudy, I'll go more with like a bone color. Not so much reflection, a little more solid profile, I guess you could say. So that's when I'll go to, a little less reflective deal. And then you go to the extreme, if you got just a nice steady rain, then I'll go to like a black. So that's the 3 colors as far as sight that I keep in mind. And just your good everyday stuff, your natural bait fish patterns. The sound, that gets more into, the rattling spooks or the one knocker spooks, or the difference between a regular, a regular spook here and a chugging spook. This chugging spook is gonna have a lot more sound to it. So if I've got some ripple on the water, I want it to throw a little bit more water. That way it's a little easier for them to home in on it. So then I'll go to like the chugging deal. And if it's, a little slicker conditions, not much disturbance on the surface, then I'll go with just the regular size spook there. And then, extreme conditions on the sight part of it is maybe a pencil popper. You get a real busy weekend, or some pretty good chop on the water due to wind or whatever, this bait is gonna throw a ton of water, and it's gonna make a good bit of sound, and they're gonna be able to really see that thing coming. The size part of it is pretty simple too. That deal, I let more of the fish tell me kind of what's going on with that. Number one, when I first go to the lake, I'm gonna be throwing a bigger size, one of them 2, or something like a normal size. I'm not gonna really start out throwing the junior size. I just let the fish tell me what's going on that particular day. If I'm throwing the big one or the regular size one and I have some blow ups and they're just not getting it, then I'll probably drop down to the smaller size bait. You can roll a lot of that stuff in together, but the sight and the sound and the size is one thing I try to keep in mind. And and you just start narrowing it down as you go. And I said, the fish will tell you, and that's one cool thing about this, is you can actually see what's going on. It's not so much, when you're dragging a jig, well, he bit it, or, I don't know what he's doing. You can see what's going on, and they'll come up and just roll at it, or they'll go at it and miss it or whatever. So, you can listen to the fish pretty quick when it comes to throwing walking baits on top. So just keep those 3 things in mind, and I think it'll really help you out.